and welcome to CX Today. I'm Susie Harrison, Senior Content Editor, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Dave Hampton, who is Head of Managed Services at Ultima Business Solutions. So thank you for joining me, Dave.
No problem. Glad to be here.
So you guys are delivering cloud security and digital workspace services to your clients, and I know that you work alongside Brightpattern to provide these solutions. And when we were speaking before, it sounded like it was very much a sort of symbiotic relationship, and you mentioned that Brightpattern, you've been on sort of a transformational journey together. So can you just talk a bit about how Brightpattern solutions have helped you guys at Ultima?
Yes, I mean, firstly, a true digital transformation, as we have here at Ultima, is more than just a business strategy and philosophy. It's our commitment and journey over time that's embraced our digital technologies to help modernise and transform not only our own processes, but the customers that we work with as well. And it's through the support of Brightpattern, working very closely with us on what their tool looks like and how it can embed into our other tool sets that we use, has really been extremely helpful to us and supportive in delivering that best-in-breed service that we're trying to achieve for all of our customers.
So let's take it right back to the beginning. I know you guys have been working with Brightpattern for quite a while. When you first approached Brightpattern, what were the challenges, the pain points that you were looking to address, and how did Brightpattern sort of work through those with you?
It is quite some time ago. So back then we had a disparate collection of technologies that was delivering all of our support functions for our customers, and none of them had any integrations with each other. Most of it was all on-prem infrastructure as well, which was starting to age. It all had to be accessed over like a VPN technology, and predominantly only worked perfectly with all the users based in the office. So that then also meant that it was a very labour-intensive set of technologies to kind of put together and keep working. And we took the decision to go out to the market and see whether we could kind of address some of those problems. And Brightpattern came front and centre as the solution to all of those problems that I've just mentioned. It offers integrations into our ITSM platform. It's a complete SaaS solution, so it can be accessed from anywhere by anybody with the correct access. It provided a single pane of glass for us to be able to have as our contact method for all of our customers. And when we started looking into it in more depth, there was just so much in their roadmap of the things that they wanted to do that the product was going to evolve into over the coming years, that it was a no-brainer for us to start a partnership with them.
So Brightpattern have obviously helped you on this transformational journey, but I know when we all spoke together that it was a feedback loop, that Ultima had also been providing feedback to Brightpattern, which has developed their solutions. Can you give us a specific example of how Ultima's feedback has helped them on their technological journey?
Yeah, sure. I think the first point to make would be that Brightpattern are very good at bringing people together from various different sectors and industries, and they're like-minded people that might have common issues or common objectives with their tool set. So, for example, one of these particular sessions or conferences that we've attended, we were able to get together with other people and work through some things, and that developed into what we call our major incident or parent and child development, which is where we now have a process set up, or a workflow, set up in our tenant, whereby if we've activated a P1 to say something major is going on, rather than historically in a contact centre world, you would try and stop people calling you about that particular issue, because it would flood all your agents, and you wouldn't then be able to deal with any other issues that were occurring. Instead, we've been able to set up an automated process where it tells the user that this issue is occurring. It asks them if they're if they're impacted by it, and it then is able to log a ticket through the integration to our ITSM platform, and then continue the update cadence to that person through email or SMS, whatever they've got turned on and that they've subscribed to, without that ever actually touching an individual on the phone. So what that has then meant is that it frees up human beings in order to be able to take other issues that may not be related to that major issue, and still keep the rest of the organisation turning. But also it enables our major incident teams or our problem managers to be able to get a true understanding of the scale and breadth of the problem that major issue has caused, and then that has then transformed other processes that we have internally in order to be able to understand what has happened and be able to prevent it next time, or to be able to work with our customers to be able to harden their systems or change their business processes so that it doesn't happen again. And that for me has been one that has absolutely revolutionised the service that we provide to our customers and end users.
So what measurable benefits or KPIs has Ultima seen since deploying BrightPattern solutions? Have you got some stats that you can give us in terms of response times, increased call deflection, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the adoption has positively improved all of our telephony-based KPIs and SLAs that we have with our customers. We were going from really struggling to hit average answer times in the minutes really, but with the adoption of BrightPattern we're now regularly sub 20 seconds, just through having a much slicker set of technologies. But what it's also added is it's created or given us more intrinsic data, and we've been able to create other KPIs and metrics that we weren't able to measure before. Things like call deflection, our old system wasn't able to tell us what was going on there, whereas BrightPattern's been able to let us go into 4 or 5 layers deeper than we ever have been, to be able to understand not only how a call was coming in, but also how we were able to either deflect it through an auto answering process or an auto agent, or via a message, an IVR that was up on the system, all down to an engineer. And that's one of the wonderful things with BrightPattern, is that all that information is now at our fingertips, and we're able to either consume it directly out the platform, or as we do, bring it back into our own data warehouse and throw Power BI at it and integrate it with all of our other performance metrics.
So it sounds like this is a very successful partnership. So looking forward, are you seeing some emerging opportunities and challenges that you think you're seeing in your space, and how you might work together with BrightPattern to tackle those in the future?
Absolutely. I think if the topic of AI is one that's on the lips of everybody, not just in the IT sector at the moment, and we're working closely with BrightPattern on how that can be adopted into the tool sets and into the everyday workflow that we use in order to be able to make us more efficient and help us to grow.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Dave. And we look forward to keeping an eye on how things emerge with you guys. And to our viewers, if you like this video, please do like and subscribe to our channel to get updates of when videos do drop. And of course, keep an eye on cxtoday.com for more stories like these. So thank you, Dave. And until next time, thank you to our viewers.